The Surangama Sutra, 25 Means to Enlightenment, Session 6, Part 5 of 7, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on April 8, 2019, in Shiu, Taiwan, also known as Formosa.
The nature of sounds, meaning vibration, okay, is based in movement and stillness, even, yeah. One hears according to whether there is sound. With no sound, there is said to be no hearing. But this does not mean that the hearing has no nature. You use the hearing nature, not using the hearing instrument of the ears. That's why he say, even you don't have any sound, you still have hearing nature. In the absence of sound, the nature is not gone. Yes. Nor does it arise in the presence of sound. The hearing nature is always permanent. Whether people sounding drums around you or nothing at all, it's still there. That's what he meant, using that for hearing. Yes. Entirely beyond production and extinction. It is then truly everlasting, it's the nature of ourself. Ever present, even in a dream thinking. Yes, of course, when you sleep, the sound's still there. You wake up, you hear it. Yeah? Oh, to many people. To me, it's all the time. All the time. It does not disappear. When conditions and thought are gone and lightened, this contemplation transcends cognition. Transcend anything, yeah. Reaching beyond both the body and the mind. That's for sure, yeah. You don't have to think you want to hear something, yeah. You don't have to use the ear, the organs of the body to hear it. The sound nature is always there. The hearing nature and the sound nature is always there. Now, in the Saha world, our world, the theory of sounds has been proclaimed and understood. I mean, at that time, yeah? The Kuan Yin Bodhisattva proclaimed it and he expounded it further, yeah? So, this world should know already. He means word, but only that assembly know. Or disciple of the Buddha, perhaps, afterward. Even Ananda did not know this. And many other in the assembly did not know this. I don't know what did the Buddha do with all of them. They all came, shaved the head, put on the kasaya, and then nothing. Huh? Go back in, come back, listen to the Buddha. I guess he wanted to cleanse them first by explaining things, by expounding all kind of theory and philosophy until they are bathed enough in his presence, in his blessing. And then they can become pure, and then he will impart the Kuan Yin method to them, including Ananda. Yes. Living beings are confused about the source of hearing. They think we hear from the ears, yes. They follow sounds, and so they turn and flow. Ananda's power to remember was exceptional. Wow, he praised Ananda now. So he just remembered then, he didn't even write down. Maybe he asked somebody to write down later. Yes, well, incredible. If I ask you to remember everything I said today, with comma and period, huh? You remember? No, yes. Don't worry, join the club, I don't remember. I used to have such good memory when I was younger, when I was child. I remember everything the teacher said immediately. So I never go home and study anything. And my father always asked me, you don't study your lesson? I said, I already knew by heart. I always win competition when the teacher wrote something on the blackboard and erase it. Let us just look a few seconds and then erase it and ask who can repeat it. I always won. Yeah, one time they asked to recite a long poem. Yeah, I don't remember now, of course. I won also the competition, yes.
Photographic memory?
Maybe photographic memory, yes. And I remember many of the classic poetry, you know. They wrote it hundreds of years ago, the whole book of poetry. I remember them when I was young. Yeah. I still remember some now. And not all of them, because I don't try to remember them. I just remember them at that time. Yeah. And I can recite it. And my father was very proud. First time he showed his pride. Normally he don't say nothing. I bring home a first class certificate every month. He never say anything. He never say, oh, good kid. No. He don't say nothing. Only that time there was some guests coming. And then he happened to know that I can recite the book of such and such classic. Then he told me to do it. And everybody was so, then he feel, oh, there's something. If I recite to him alone, probably he'd say nothing. A man of very little word. Sandwich has become sand. All right. You see, if the people, he meant that the sentient beings, the humans in this world, they just follow outside sounds. So they turn and flow, meaning they keep returning in the cycle of migration all the time. Yeah, they turn and flow. Yeah. Ananda's power to remember was exceptional. Nonetheless, he fell prey to a deviant plot. He was a victim of the Brahma mantra, recited by a beautiful artisan. Okay, he fell. That's why he says, you see, Ananda, with beautiful, exceptional memory capacity, still fell to the trap. She sat in that trap, waiting for him for a long time, like a spider web, waiting for him. That day he came back in at her door. Then he fell immediately. He said, was it not because of heat in the sounds that he was nearly lost? He's hearing, he's following the sound of the mantra she was reciting, and drawing him to her. Because his ears were outward. He's hearing the enchanting voice singing this mantra from that woman. If he did not hear it, he wouldn't have followed inside into her room. Yeah, okay? So by turning back the flow, one will make no such mistake. Well, I doubt it though, with your capacity. Looking for new boyfriends so many years. You don't do enough, Kuan Yin, that's why I keep telling you, you have to do it. The Kuan Yin is very important for you, yeah? For your peace also, for your peace of mind, for your peace and family, and in the world, okay? Must always do Kuan Yin. From now on, every retreat, during meditation, people have to sound the little bell, okay? There is a small Buddhist bell. We can bang, very light, but you can hear it. If not, just go right to the ears of the not in parliamentary member. Bang. Okay. You see that? Huh? He said, using the ears, following the ears. Perception is no, okay? So now he said, Ananda. Now he said to Ananda personally, Ananda, you should listen attentively. I rely upon the Buddha's awesome power in describing to you the Vajra king, a samadhi inconceivable of likeness to illusions. It is the true mother of all Buddhas. He said that because the Buddhas bless him, he can explain all this to Ananda. He's very humble. No? He didn't say, I know all this, now I teach you. He said, rely on Buddha's blessing and power. I can explain this to you. I tell you, this is a king, the Vajra king of method. It's nothing like anything in this illusion world. Yeah? It is a true mother of all Buddhas even. From this Kuan Yin method, all Buddhas were born. All Buddha became Buddha because of Kuan Yin method. Okay, so you may hear the secret Dhamma doors, mean method, of Buddhas as numerous as motes of dust, but without first renouncing desire and outflows. You may amass learning, but you will still make mistakes. he said you can hear many methods, 84,000 for example, as many as motes of dust. The many method, or as many Buddha as dust, you cannot even count. Most of dust in this world you cannot even count. Just as much as Ganges sands, yeah, okay. Therefore, but even then, you can amass learning. You may know the theory, you may remember all the Buddha's lecture, but you still fall. You still fail in your effort to become Arhat or Bodhisattva or Buddha. Yeah, so you concentrate on learning to uphold the Buddha's Dharma, the Buddha's teaching. Dharma means teaching. Why don't you listen to your own hearing? You keep listening to Buddha lecture. Why don't you listen to your own? Find your own hearing nature. Hearing does not spontaneously arise because of sound. It gets its name. But when hearing returns and is free of sound, what does one call that which is set free? He asked Anand. Yeah. As soon as one sense organ returns to the source, the entire 6 organs are liberated. So, using the hearing organs, the true hearing organs, you can liberate all other 6 organs. For example, the eyes, which always attracted to the scenery or outside beauty in the world. Yeah, the taste attached to good flavor, good food. The tongue, for example, the nose like to smell fragrant thing. So all attached to outside illusionary charm and forget the true nature of hearing, of seeing, tasting. That's why I taught you seeing without your eyes. I told you to close your eyes, and your seeing true nature will see the true things, the true scenery, true teaching. Yeah, hear the true teaching. You have to forsake the ears, but use your hearing, the true hearing nature, to hear it. Then it will cleanse you. It will penetrate your beings with all the truthful substance. Then you will return to the truth. Yeah, one way or another, one day or another. Yeah, that's what it is. Just use the hearings enough to liberate your beings, because your beings mostly are bounded to these 6 sense organs. Yeah. Oh, you recognize yourself because you see yourself in the mirror. You're attached to the beautiful girl because you look at her, or the handsome man because you see him. If you don't see it, or you blind, you wouldn't feel that guy handsome whether or not he has hair or lost it, or whether he think he's handsome or not think he's handsome. All right, sight and hearing are like an illusory covering, the triple rim, a vision of flowers in space. He say, your eyes that you use to see things, or your ears that you use to hear things, are illusionary, cover you, to cover. Or like the triple rim, or a vision of flowers in space, which is not real. Just as the triple rim, the 3 worlds are not real. So the sight or the hearing are just as illusionary as that. It's to cover you so you don't see the truth, you don't hear the real thing. Isn't that a pity? So one monk, I like that very much. I keep repeating him. He said, it would have been better to be blind, deaf and dumb in the beginning. Truly, we don't see the real thing with all this stuff. It's just a cover for us to keep us away from our true self. He continued explaining to Ananda. When hearing return, the cataract is gone. Meaning, when you revert your hearing back to the source, whatever cover your eyes also gone. Your eyes seeing things as is not true, as if a cataract has covered it. As if you have eyes, but the cataracts cover. The same. So when you even use the hearing power, the true hearing organ, then even your eyes will be also bright. It will return to normal again. Okay? Yeah. As if your eyes return to normal, because it free the eyes also. the real seeing nature. So the dust gives way to pure and perfect insight. Insight. When purity is ultimate, the light is penetrating. A stillness shines and includes within it all of emptiness. The whole universe, you can know it. You see, when everything's still, through the meditation of the real sound, the real vibration, then you encompass the whole universe then. The whole emptiness is the whole universe, because from emptiness the whole universe sprung out. Remember that? Yeah. Looking at the world from this point of view, now your cataract is gone, you look with this point of view, everything that happens is just like a dream. Truly like that. I really try to forget very hard this realization in order to sit with you, talk to you, and teaching people. Because if I always remember my realization, this is all illusion, I don't want to do anything anymore. I feel it's a waste of time doing anything. But you still don't know that. Many of you or the world don't know that. So I just have to blind myself, stuff my ears in order to do what I am doing now. Really. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard for me. Yeah? To close myself, lock myself in this physical body, to be one of you. Sometimes very hard, yes. Sometimes I could cry. Like you are a free person again, you have to go back in prison for no reason. Locked in there, yeah? What? Oh, they're thanking me. You're welcome. Yeah, okay. No. Of course, it's a pleasure at the same time, knowing that I can do something, not just crying over you or for you, but can do something to help you, to awaken yourself. It's just hard to blind yourself and walk when you have your perfect eyes. Okay? Yes. He continued to say, everything after your ears are cultivated, return to original source, then your eyes, your real eyes is open again, clear again. You see from this point of view, everything is illusion. Everything is illusionary. Everything is a dream. And he continued, Matanji's daughter, the one who seduced him, Matanji's daughter too is part of the dream, who was able then to physically detain you. If he was thus enlightened, as if his eyes are open again, his ears are usable again, then he would see Matanji's daughter, the beautiful artisan, just a part of the dream only. How can a part of a dream even physically detain you in her room? I guess after Ananda fell into her trap, because she recited, they are a magical family, and she recited the highest possible, most powerful mantra that's called Brahma Heaven's mantra. Okay? Nothing can resist. Therefore, Ananda, so determined to be a monk, and so worshipping the Buddha, and loving the Buddha, and loving monk's light, fell. I guess after that, the Buddha feel that it's time to impart it to him, the Guanyin method, to protect him. Because if you practice this Guanyin method to the full, then even Matanji's daughter, you will see it as just illusionary figure or dreamlike, so you will not be charmed by any mantra, even the most powerful one. You will counteract with that, and no problem, you will be free. That's what he meant.